easier to forgive.
Yeah, yeah, and like I say, he's showing less and less of that side of him in this podcast, and he's kind of just getting down to it, kind of subtly admitting it, you know. And he did this funny thing with a he did a short 1 minute YouTube video about he was down in the basement of Mellow Johnny's bike shop in Austin, you know, with some swag that they were sending out, and he had grabbed this envelope, and he says, "Now, how do you do this? How do you put this in here?" You know, there's this lady helping him. You know, he says, "Oh, okay, you do it like that, Lance." And so he puts it together, and he seals the envelope, and he holds it up, and he says, "U.S. Post Office. It's going to get it there reliably." This is the outfit that's suing him right now for $100 million. You know, so
Post office?
the post office. Yeah, he's under a lawsuit next month or something for.
You know, the post office could sue anybody.
Oh yeah, he's being sued by the post office. So anyway, that I do see he's funny. You know, he's actually well spoken. He's a way better podcaster than me. You know, I can't pull off as decent of a podcast persona as Lance. He's actually got a fairly good delivery. He gets along well with his co-hosts. He's incredibly full of information. Like today, he talked about. Remember that the most memorable moment in his whole career was when he went off the road through the field and then had to get back on the course. You know. Well, the way he described it today is like you've never heard this before. What actually happened is that he was going down and he couldn't go right because some guy was blocking him, and he had to go left or something. So he had to go. He looked at a field, right? There's this mountainside field going down, and it was filled with irrigation ditches, and it was like a disaster waiting to happen. So where does he land when he takes off that road? He lands right on the farmer's path that the farmer walks through the field on every day. You know, it's like a path through there, and so he goes down this path, and then he sees there's a blockage, so he has to stop and throw his bicycle up on his shoulder and jump over the blockade, and then there he is holding his bike with all these guys coming at him. You know. And it was just remarkable luck that he had, you know. It wasn't all skill. I mean, it took some skill to assess what was going on and accept what was going on and take advantage of it. But just little stories like that, you know. The guy's got a lot of insights. He was there during those 7 stages. There was an article in the New York Times today about Lance. The New York Times had an article, and basically they said the same thing I'm saying. They said, yeah, Lance screwed up big time. He's also somewhat redeeming himself by doing this podcast, you know. And it was an interesting story, you know. Maybe I can find it. Maybe I can share this. Well, I don't know. I probably ought to not share the screen because every tech thing I try to do today ends up in disaster. So what's going on in your life, Bob? You left Austin, and not many people leave Austin, Texas, because you know it's considered the Nirvana Mecca, you know, ultimate destination. Why would anybody leave?
Is that your side or my side? Well, you know, the deal is that there's always mitigating circumstances. For me, it was an upgrade because I had done Austin at what I consider its hottest time, my best time in my life, you know, 20s to late 40s, through Austin's 80 through 2003 period there. I thought that was, you know, ideal for me. And also, you just don't want to get sick of the place and everything else. But I wanted to honor the phase of life I'm in because really, if you're 23 in Austin making 100K, plus, then you can have a lovely life and spend a lot of money having a great time, and you don't mind traffic and heat and everything else. So we all did that, except on the cheap back in the old days. But then you got to go other places where you're at where you're not run over by 23-year-olds. You don't feel like an old fart. None of us from our generation want to feel like old geezers, We're youth-oriented, fast-paced people. So I don't really want to. Over 40, I was a geezer in Austin, and I don't want to feel like a geezer for the rest of my life. So I had to get out of there, especially because of that Super Looper SH-130 coming through my subdivision. That also helped. But it was a perfect move for me, and for many others I know that want to slow down and get back to the way it was when we first moved to Austin, where you're not, at Austin, it's laid back. Remember that? That was what it was when we got there, and that's sort of the way I liked it, So that's why I'm at Hot Springs here.
Yeah, you're in laid back Hot Springs. You started a solar-powered radio station. Great radio station, Bob. Great radio station.
UHS LP. We also started our own food cooperative, and my wife's giving a talk on that right now on the food co-op to a group. So we recreate the stuff that we lost. We just recreate it.
And you're somewhat of a cyclist. You're kind of innovative when it comes to cycling.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm working with a Taiwanese company right now on a new range of trikes, aluminum trikes and stuff. These are tadpole style with the two wheels in the front, one wheel in the back. And so I'm doing hot rodding and modding, optimize the design, doing review videos and that kind of stuff. And trying to get some exercise, but of course now that it's extremely hot out there, I'm just going to the lake instead, But yeah, I've got upside down recumbents hanging in the garage, specialized bikes and stuff, sure.
And you're helping us with our little solar installation out here. And
I will tell you,
we sure appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get you any kind of solar power stuff. Just shoot me a question at askbobquestions@gmail. Yeah. But we have in the old days when the Civil War was done, they put a narrow gauge, like 6 foot wide, the whole thing, a railway coming in here. And a lot of the Civil War guys came in and set up camp and tried to get steam baths and everything. But that pathway that's going through the woods from Little Rock to here is 58 miles long, and we are converting it to a bike trail through the deepest woods, and it's going to land up in Hot Springs here. We're also building a multi-mountaintop BMX-style bike course. So
okay.
This is going to be a bike nation.
Right, and I've got another question for you. Today was significant in that O.J. Simpson was granted parole. Just happened. He was just granted parole in Nevada. So how would you compare Lance Armstrong to O.J. Simpson? How would you compare and contrast them?
We absolutely know what what Lance did. I mean, Lance was still all on the table. We know exactly what happened now. There's no contention about it. There's still unanswered questions about O.J. They're saying that one of the reasons that he didn't get slammed harder was that people tend to believe things that are in rhyme. Remember, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Right.
It's very difficult to rebuke logic like that when it rhymes. The brain has a bias towards rhymes, amazing poetry, and it's more believable than poetry. That actually works a great benefit to him. But you look at him and you look at Cosby and such, and you go, my God, they seem like such sweet, nice people. How could this happen? So nobody really knows the abject truth on this. Nobody knows exactly what happened. A lot of times these things are accidental manslaughter or something weird, and the truth never really does come out. But like you say, how many years did he spend in jail? Give the guy another chance. I mean, chances are he's not going to do anything weird.
We have some watchers. We have at least 5 watchers. We have Dee Dee Baldwin, Paul Woolens, Emily Reese, I think, and William Fowler. I have to read sideways here because I'm using the phone sideways. And Patterson. Pavlik Patterson. So we do have an audience. Basically I pretty much agree with you that Lance, everything's out on the table now, and he's got a chance at redemption, and OJ is, it's so messed up, and he so shot himself in the foot today that all the CNN commentators would say these guys are not going to let him go because he just went on and on. He just like everybody watching him said, "Stop talking, OJ, stop talking," and he kept on digging himself deeper and deeper. So it was a total shock when the parole board came back and they all said, "We're going to let you go." They're all letting him go. You know.
So how many years did he spend?
He spent 9 years there out of a potential 33-year sentence. You know,
more than most abject murderers.
For a crime that most people would never have done any time for, but because he was OJ, they hammered him. You know. But anyway,
we don't know how he did it. You know.
So you compared and contrasted OJ and Lance. There you go.
Lance, a completely different case. You kidding? You know, one's Negro, one's white. They're completely different. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I think we can relate to Lance more than OJ, don't you think?
Eyes of the law, but they're both celebrities, which makes them roughly equal.
All right. Yeah.
You know, Lance, like if he was a sweet guy and deferential, you could go, yeah, I'll forgive him. But you know, that ultimate blowfish attitude, you know, his pufferfish attitude, it's difficult. And I personally don't care. Give the guy another chance. Well, he's still got more to give to the world. You know, I mean, you look at the net positive that people do in the world, and people crapping on Carter all the time. For what was that again? I don't even know. The guy's, you know, blasting through cancer, building houses for people. I mean, like I said, most of the time the complainers are complaining about what's wrong with themselves because they've been reminded of what they hate most of themselves, that they're not out building houses for poor people, or they're not out, you know, doing good in the world, and so they love to throw rocks. So yeah, it's always the case. Watch out for people that are really complaining about something, and you just go, "Oh yeah, that's what's wrong with you, isn't it?" Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one thing they got wrong in the New York Times article was they made a reference to they said Lance pointed to some memorabilia and said, I don't know why the post office why they haven't. He didn't say the post office. He said, I don't know why they haven't come and picked this up. But what it was is they had a public podcast at Melajani's bike shop. I was there. I did a video of it using this device here.
Is that the DJI?
Yeah, but I didn't take the DJI, so it's all like, you know, like this. A big mistake, huge mistake, not to take the DJI. Cool. I guess I was feeling I would stand out or something, but I should have taken it. Anyway, what it was Lance pointed to his 7 yellow jerseys up on the wall at Melajani's and said, I'm surprised they haven't come to pick these up, you know. Yeah. So the New York Times didn't quite get that part of the story. You know, even the New York Times messes up sometimes.
Austin was not a bike town, in other words, an internationally known bike town until Lance put it on the map. It should have been for a long time because it was a high bike usage town. A lot of people, a lot of bike shops, but there was never any convention, any rallies or races or stuff going on. The whole time I lived there, 25 years, it never was a bike rally or convention there. Finally, Lance put them on the map, and should have been there all the time because in the United States, there's only a handful of places where a lot of people are cyclists.
I think I have somebody rumbling up to the door here. Let's go see who's at the door.
Probably some late trick-or-treater or who knows what.
Hey, Shay, come on in. We're kind of doing a podcast, but you can be a guest, okay? You can be a guest on our podcast. Shay just went to Home Depot.
Hey, Bob.
And Home Despot, huh?
Home Despot. And she got some stuff. What'd you get, Shay?
I got paint. I got the gasket for the tub. I got a hose repair kit. And
yeah, Shay was out there hooking it up with her panel and her battery and her ice maker and multiple shade devices, umbrellas of all sizes.
Do you have any questions for Bob?
Yeah, I actually was about to order some 6-volt batteries, but I held off until I talked to you guys.
Okay, right, battery question, Bob. You've got a battery question.
Come on in closer because your audio's blipping. Yes, take a seat, pull up to the dais here. Be sure to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Zog.
This isn't a parole hearing.
She's in one of those maker bot type of spaces out there. There's like, when you see like all these millions of like things that you can combine to make different things. It's sort of outdoor workspace that may turn into a micro house or something. Who knows?
Right. So I was gonna order some batteries, and I guess you had said do the 6 volt, like 2 6 volts for 112, right?
Golf cart batteries.
Golf cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I think we should get the
petroleum
Continentals.
batteries. You know, we can get
I think
2
we
in
should.
series, Paul can help you with that. 2 in series golf cart, or you can get 112 volt industrial or deep cycle battery, trolling batteries. They have it at Sam's Club or Walmart,
Okay.
And there's not many good deals on these. Sam's Club and Walmart both run sales occasionally. Walmart more often on the large trolling batteries, and that's probably the best deal you're going to get. But you need several of them. If you really want to make a serious power supply going on out
Yeah,
there.
there's like a pack of 6 on Amazon.
6 golf cart
It's on
batteries.
Amazon?
Yeah, it's all about the brand and the quality. Because
Yeah.
if you get a cheap brand,
I can tell because
they will only last a year or so. If you get a good brand, they'll last 3 to 5 years.
You don't want to ship because you're paying for shipping lead. You want to pick them up someplace locally where they've already shipped them to,
Okay.
because shipping lead is, it's expensive.
Sure.
Shipping 6 golf cart batteries, that would be a hideous amount of money.
Okay, good to know.
You have
So
to come
you
in by
say-
semi in a big truck.
Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart. Just look around and
Or
see
Academy?
who's running the sale on trolling batteries.
The batteries we have in our golf cart are Continental. We have
And
Continental
they make
batteries.
some sizes, about an 80 size and a 100 size, a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. If you can get the bigger one, just see what kind of deal you can get. What I do is I go to the industrial battery place where they have like a warehouse for forklift batteries and all kind of batteries and lane kind of batteries, and just go, look, what do you got a deal on? And they'll go, well, this guy ordered these ones for this forklift. He never picked them up, and I'll give them to you for $50 or something. You go, yeah, I could, because you could use any size.
Oh,
You
sweet.
don't need a
Okay.
specific size. You could use any physical size. So whatever they have that somebody didn't pick up, you could go, yeah, I could use that.
Oh,
At the
cool.
right price.
So maybe like Interstate Battery Warehouse off of Burleson or something.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of different battery distribution places that handle stuff for all kind of things, golf carts and everything else. We'll just have a warehouse in a small front office and go, look, I need a deep cycle battery, but I need not a car starting battery. I need a deep cycle battery, any shape, size, or whatever that you can sell me at a discount.
You don't know brands though, do you, Bob?
Well, you want to avoid Interstate.
Avoid Interstate? Really?
Interstate batteries suck.
Really?
The best. There's a couple of the Crown are really great.
Continental?
Really good ones, but the only ones to avoid is Trojan, is Interstate, and the rest of them you'll see they'll put Duracell or Energizer or whatever. It doesn't even, they're generically made in some factory in Peoria, Illinois. They're all the same. So whatever you're going to buy, just look for it. They'll run a sale, especially during season, like $64 or $74 at Walmart. And if you see that, just snag them there. But also,
But get the
look around
6 volt,
Walmart,
not
you
the
can find
12.
a bunch of dead batteries. Paul, you've got some dead batteries, right?
Yeah, we'll take those for cores. Yeah,
Those are worth $15 trade-in value. Otherwise, you'll have to pay that in addition. So
Oh,
go
yeah.
around.
I've got 2.
Even if it's a little motorcycle battery, the tiniest gel cell, Paul, find a whole alarm. That's a battery. Even the crappiest little thing like that, bring it up and you'll get your 10 or $15 credited towards the battery.
Sweet.
Because it'll
Awesome.
be a shocker if you have to pay extra when you go up there.
And the wire, did you tell him about the wire John showed you last night?
Yeah, I've got a chunk of wire out in the golf cart.
Oh, really?
Or in the
That'll
truck,
work?
either the truck or the golf cart, one of the two. That's the right size, yeah.
Awesome.
You want, bigger is better. You can't overdo it, but you're
It's like
sure
this
to do
big
it.
around, like this.
Yeah, well, that's double lot. What you want is fibery, multi-stranded, not a one solid block. Stranded is
This
best.
is stranded, yeah, it's stranded.
You want the biggest ass one you got at the shortest distance from the batteries to that inverter.
Right.
Like if it was a foot long, that would be ideal.
Yeah, stranded
So-
wire about a foot long,
And then you get the battery lugs.
about this thick, like
You buy a
this.
whole card of battery lugs. Those lead things are on the top of the battery.
Yeah.
You buy a card of 10 of them from the auto parts store, and they're like super cheaper than buying one. They'll be
Okay.
$249 each, or there'll be a card for $12 of 10 of them.
Cool.
So get a card of them because you only need 2 per battery.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I heard.
But, 2 gauge between the batteries is fine. Just keep them clean, small, that kind of thing.
I heard Continental batteries were the best. Have you heard that?
Yeah, Continentals are great. Continentals are great. The heavier the battery is, the better it is.
Let's
It's
look at
got more lead in
Continentals.
it.
That's
You
what's
pick
in
up a
my
battery,
golf cart.
really light.
Continental.
That's what's in the Cadillac too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick up a battery and it's really light, you know it's a POS. It's got to be heavy. You're paying for lead. And it's almost 100% recycled, too. There's nothing to feel bad about buying lead batteries. All that shit goes back into a giant barge going to Taiwan, and they just melt them down and make more batteries out of them. You know?
Oh, Shay, what do you have any opinions on Lance Armstrong?
No, none at all.
None at all. Okay, I didn't think so.
Totally neutral.
She's not really a media or anything like that. She spends all her time working outdoors.
So something happened to you at 10:03?
My son was born at 10:03 a.m.
I knew it was something.
Hopefully.
Very good. We have dimples in common. Mine are hidden. All right, I got to deliver about a dozen drones to the Innovative Technology Center over here, so I'm going to load this shit up and get mobile.
All right, Bob.
Are you in Bastrop, Bob?
No, he's at
Again, please?
Where
I'm
do
in
you
Hot
live?
Springs. Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas. Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'm an
Was it
Austin
right that you've
refugee.
been
I just
out to check it out?
really couldn't afford to live down there anymore, and now we're in a place that's like Austin 1975.
When are you going to
But a lot
come see
nicer.
us? When are you going to see us?
Well, we're going to go on a trip down to the beach at some point, so we'll stop through or whatever.
Cool. We want to see you, Bob.
Absolutely. I just had to escape. That SH-130 knocked us out of our solar-powered home in East Austin. So, but that's okay. Hot Springs is a wonderful place. Y'all always have a landing pad here. You know, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. That concludes today's podcast. All right. Good deal.
Okay. I'm listening 7.23 megahertz.
We're not on the air now. We're offline.
This is your mail. I'll put the other.
Excellent. All right, I got to go back this shit up and get mobile.
Bye.
Oh, I'm late. See ya.
I put everybody else's mail in the blue box. And
Oh, cool.
Move
Thank
the
you.
other mail to the black box.
Yeah, that's what we do, yeah.
That's the receipt.
Okay.
Um,
Let's go get those doors and put them in the truck and take them over to
I already did that.
Oh, you did?
They're already at Everett.
Excellent. Thank you.
But I was gonna see if I could use your truck one more time just here to. Can I still use some of those bricks out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just load them up. I was just gonna load them up now while.
Oh wait, I think I didn't end this. I didn't end this yet. I'm still live here. Here we are, rattling on. I've got the camera.